guys, welcome back. Today I have a video that honestly I've been harassed for months now. So I decided I would finally just go ahead and film it. This video is going to be on how I use the Hourglass lighting palette, the ambient lighting palette. I love this palette so much. This thing has been just so involved in my makeup routine for months and months and months, and I love it. And I know some people have trouble using it because there's 3 shades in here and it's like, well, what the hell do you use the 3 shades for? So I'm going to show you how I use the palette, and I will just do a little demo on it right now. Okay, so here's what the palette looks like. There are 3 shades. This is Dim Light, Incandescent Light, and Radiant Light. Now Dim Light is more of kind of a bronzy, it's a bronzy, like a bronzy color that's the darkest in the palette. You have the middle shade, which is Incandescent Light, which is the brightest, most obvious highlight powder, and this one is a Radiant Light, which is just in between the 2. I could see why you would look at this palette and be like, well, what the heck do you do with the 3 shades? So I'm going to highlight my face and show you how I use it. Now, how I use it is pretty simple. Let's itch my nose, because that deserves to be done. Alright, so I always use the same brush when I use it, to be honest, because that's just what I do, okay? Today I'm going to be using my Serenity Scott number, I think it's 11. It's rubbed away. If you guys want to bust out like a whole bunch of different brushes, you'd be my guest, but I don't. So I take the first color, which is Radiant Light, and I put some on my brush and I dust off the excess, and I take Radiant Light and I sweep that underneath my eyes. Now Radiant Light is really great for just illuminating the under eye area, and I will sweep that under the eyes like this, and I'll take a little bit of that color and then I put that on the forehead and then down my nose. So I kind of sweep it into the center of my face. So right where the light is going to hit your face that is most obviously illuminated, so it's the center of the forehead, the whole forehead really, down the nose, under the eyes, like that, and then I'll put some on my chin, like that, and then I also take a little bit right on the outer part of my jawbone, just so it makes me look like I'm lit, I'm glowing. So that's where I put these colors. They're really great in that pattern, so I put the forehead, down the nose, under the eyes, chin, and a little bit on the jawline. So that's how I start with that color. I find that it just adds that glow without being shimmer, and it's like, oh shoot, she's glowing. You know what I mean? Like putting too much of the highlight shade on. So now I go into Incandescent Light, yeah, this one is definitely gonna hit pan first. And I take Incandescent Light and I use that as a traditional highlight on my face. So I would put that here on my cheekbones. And then it adds that nice luminosity to the cheekbones. Now I always do this is the final step I do on my face. So I've already put my blush on and it is just on top of my blush. You can put this before you put your blush, absolutely. You don't have to do this after. This is just how I do it, and since people are asking me how I do it, this is how I do it. I also take a little bit of Incandescent Light and I put that right on the bridge of my nose for a highlight right there. Now I don't like to emphasize the tip of my nose too much. I know a lot of people do that, but that's not really my thing. So I put a little bit right there, a speck on my forehead, and a little bit on my Cupid's bow. I can use my finger because I'm already wearing lipstick. Obviously I'd be doing this before I put on lipstick, but no, not today. And you put a speck on your chin, just a little bit, so it adds that glow. So you see how it just kind of looks like radiant. It's really pretty. Now the final color, Dim Light, is the most tricky in the palette to use because people are like, Now if you have a darker skin complexion, it's really, you can use it as a highlight, you can use it the way I've been using the other colors, but it doesn't work for me like that because it's too dark. So what you can do is take this color on your brush, and it's great to deepen up your blush. So if you take a little bit on the perimeter of your face and just kind of dust it over where you have your blush, it just adds this a little shade of luminosity and darkness to your blush. So I just add a little bit to right on top of my blush, kind of as a blush topper. And you can also dust it here on the outer perimeter of your face, and then right where you'd put like your contour or bronzer. See, now I don't get a ton of use out of this because you guys know I don't bronze, but it is a great color for doing that. So that's how I use that. Whenever I'm all finished, what I'll do is I'll take like a large stipple brush or a powder brush and I just kind of sweep my face in total, just like this, just to make sure everything looks cohesive and that everything is nice and blended. So I don't want any harsh lines or obvious lines of demarcation, obvious lines where I've put highlights. So I like to make sure everything is nice and blended that way. So that is it. That's how I use the ambient lighting powder. I feel like I don't take it overboard and I just keep it minimal, but it gives me that lit from within kind of look on my face. Well, at least I think so. Whenever I'm wearing this, people always comment like, oh my gosh, your skin looks so great, you look so great. Well, it's always when I'm using this. Well, not always, most of the time though. So that's how I use this ambient lighting palette from Hourglass. I hope that was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, just feel free to comment below. I try to get back to you guys as best as I can, as fast as I can. Yeah, so that's it. That's how I use the palette. If you guys enjoyed this little informative tutorial, then go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.